Hey there, this is Mr. Icarus, and welcome to yet another edition of Doom Mod Madness. This time around, I'm keeping my promise. I'm keeping my promise that I mentioned in the end of the last video. And we are gonna play something a little crappy. This is the Extreme Weapons Pack. This is something that was recommended to me while I was searching around for something genuinely kind of rubbish to play. I just feel like I've been playing just genuinely nice mods of late, and I really want to balance it out by playing something pretty shitty. So what better to shit the place up with than a mod where you can have a poopy toothbrush? And believe it or not, this toothbrush is actually one of the most reliable weapons in this entire mod. That is how bad this mod is. And I'm under no illusion here. I know that this mod is intentionally bad. I know it's intended as a joke wad, but that doesn't excuse from the fact that it's actually pretty unfun, because every time you take your finger off the friggin' trigger for this gun, it goes through this really irritating gun cleaning animation. So you have to keep your finger on the goddamn trigger if you actually want to kill anything with it, because then it just loops back around again, and you can't swap your weapon while that animation is playing. Which is why you should just... Jesus Christ. Which is why you should just stick with the poo brush. I can't find the poo brush. There's the poo brush. Because the poo brush will never betray you. It will never set you down the wrong path. It will always disembowel your enemies. How embarrassing must that be? You know, when they get sent back to hell, and they're like, well, how did you eat the bullet? Was it... Oh, wow, it vibrates! I'm impressed. Seriously, this is a fantastic weapon. But yeah, the chilling with all the zombie buddies back down in hell... And they're saying, well, how did you get sent back? Well, someone shoved a vibrating toothbrush into my back until I died, and, you know, they don't like to talk about it too much. It was a very traumatic experience, but this is Extreme Weapons Mod in a nutshell. This is pretty much the peak before we start running downhill, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find the secret in this particular level. This is, as you can see, the melee option, the standard melee option, and what generally happens with this is you can punch an enemy a few times with the claw hand, but then you break a nail. No, I'm not kidding. You break a nail, and you have to go fix it. But hopefully, I can showcase just the general crappiness you're gonna have to put up with in the following level. So, without further ado, just to clarify as well while I'm at it, I know this is a toothbrush. I know I keep calling it a poo brush, but to be honest, the item description, when you pick it up, does actually say it's got a tiny bit of poo on it, so therefore, poo brush. I am entirely vindicated in my choice of descriptive nomenclature for this particular weapon. And let me tell you, it is a weapon, because if you get this baby vibrating, oh jeez, look at that. If you hold it down, it just keeps vibrating, and you can absolutely murder everything. I don't think I need to swap my weapon. Screw showing you the rest of the weapons in this particular mod. I'm just gonna run around making everything turn into mush with my poo brush. This is actually pretty entertaining. This is probably the most entertaining aspect of the entire mod. But because I am trying to showcase what this is all about means that I am gonna have to show you other weaponry. I have used the IDKFA cheat in order to get some of the other weapons up and running. That's a Game Boy. That's something I'll show you later if you stick around. But what I want to show you first... Jesus, the cycling is so slow. I want to show you the regular shotgun, which is the lamest friggin' shotgun I've ever had the misfortune to use in my life. Namely because it takes so friggin' long to fire, and then it takes so friggin' long to reload because the pump action jams. And you just... Like I say, you can't swap your weapon while you're stuck faffing around with this thing. It's one shot and you're pretty much screwed. Ah, jeez. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for the weapon animation to finally finish and swap over to something else. Let's see what the super sawn-off shotgun's like. As you can tell, it's a sawn-off, but one of the barrels is significantly more sawn-off than the other, and that's because it spins you around 180 degrees whenever you fire the thing. And because this Doom guy's a little special, it takes a while for him to get the... Ah, jeez. It takes him a little while to get the shells into the actual barrels, so, oh, Christ. Also, the spread is ridiculous. The bullet spread is just... You've got to be right up close and personal to do anything significant to them. But, oh, jeez. Yeah, we're done with this one. Whenever you're ready, god damn it. Where's the chain gun? Where's the chain gun? It's around here somewhere. I'm using my scroll wheel, so it's taking friggin' ages to cycle through these. So, the whole gimmick with this is it takes a very long time to spin up, and then you can't move when you fire it because it sends you flying all over the place. This is so friggin' dumb. Let's see if we can actually kill anything with this thing. No, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. So what do we got next? You gotta wait for it to spin down as well before you can swap. We got the rocket launcher. And you know what the rocket launcher does. You know what you're expecting it to do. So what do you think this is gonna do here? Just take a wild guess. I'm gonna fire it now. It is the slowest projectile you've ever seen in your life. And it doesn't even explode. It just... Oh wait, it does eventually explode. It just takes a while, once it's bumped into the walls. That is kind of pathetic. I love the little punch sound effect it has when it hits the wall. That is, adorably lame. Adorably lame. Ooh, what does this do? This is traditionally the plasma gun, but you'll notice it's a little grey than usual, and if you look really close, you'll notice that it's got some lettering on the top, which means that it actually does something very different. I'll show you what I mean. It's a Hoover. You have to suck your enemies to death with it. I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work, but it does. Oh, jeez, we've got a lot of imps now. And we're dead. Okay. That doesn't matter so much. Like I say, I use the IDKFA cheat, which means I can cycle through more of these weapons. I'm going to try and get up past the old vacuum. And this is semi-recognizable to any of you out there who've played through Doom. This is the BFG, colored red with a lot more doodad lights on it. And much like the chain gun, it just takes absolutely friggin' ages to spin up. You have to power it up, you have to hold down the friggin' button. And if you let go, I'm pretty sure it stops. It's not even ready yet. It's nowhere near ready yet. And you're just thinking, I hope this does something really cool when it actually fires. It has an error when it counts down. It even counts to pi in Windows XP. What was that? What was that? What even... I don't even know what flew out of that. What the I'm very disappointed. And now I can't swap a weapon because apparently it's still trying to fire. I don't know what's going on anymore. Hurry up and fire your goddamn projectile. There we go. Now we can swap. Oh, it actually landed on someone there. That's actually useful. And it's got really wacky spring sound effects as well for the projectile. Anyway, this is the Nintendo... Oh, jeez. I won't have any enemies to kill by this point. This is the Game Boy. It's actually the second actual useful weapon in this game. The sound effects are doing my head in. I'm going to have to go through this door here. And basically, you can absolutely devastate with the Game Boy. It's probably the only concession in this entire mod that is genuinely entertaining to me. That I can actually repeatedly fire and not get really friggin' annoyed with. And it also gives you everything at a certain point, so it works as a cheat in its own right. Ah, Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure that attack killed me. I'm not entirely sure why, I'm not entirely sure how, but it did. So yeah, this is the Extreme Weapons mod. I'm not sure if there's any more weapons beyond this. I haven't even shown you the Claw Punch yet. Let's see what the Claw Punch does. You can punch him. You can kill him, and eventually, why is you break a nail? There you go. That was taking an extremely long time. So yeah, it's a gimmick. It's a really crappy joke mod that it doesn't even last the length of a one-liner punchline. It's one of those that you kind of look at it, laugh, and uninstall it and never play it again. It's the kind of thing you send to your friends as a quick joke. That, you know, they're going to go, haha, fuck you, let's move on and play something actually fun and decent. That is what the Extreme Weapons mod is. So, if you feel like pranking someone with, you know, the most extreme weapons pack ever, even better than, you know, Russian overkill, by all means, send them this. Make sure you get their reactions, because they're only going to play it once and never, ever, ever again, because it sucks shit. I see what the creator was going for, but it still sucks shit. I'm sorry. Anyway, link as usual is in the description below. Feel free to leave a like if you've enjoyed this video, and feel free to leave a comment if you want to suggest anything similarly awful for me to play in the future. Also subscribe, because I said so. This has been Mr. Icarus. Icarus out.